everybody!
Hi!
Welcome to our channel! So is this episode 1?
Yes, or unless you want to start on 0. You start on 0, what would they do in Brazil?
I think it's 1, right?
It's episode 01.
01. We're at home. This is our living room. We're gonna answer in this video the question that people ask us like the most. Question is, how did you guys meet? So.
Well, like most people these days, we met on the internet.
The internet.
On a mobile app. I think that one was Tinder.
You think the only you one. Know it.
When I was dating, I tried a couple apps, but I never went on any dates on anything other than Tinder. Went on, I think mine was 5 dates I went on. How many dates did you go on before we met each other?
5. Maybe.
About the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, not too many. And then we bumped into each other.
I was on Tinder, I was on Hinge, but in Brazil, I used to use OkCupid a lot too. Have you ever tried this one?
No. And I had never tried anything other than Tinder until I was dating, looking for someone when I found you.
Yeah, actually I paid membership for eHarmony.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Like it.
Yeah, it's a lot of paperwork. Doing eHarmony, it's like you're applying to join the government or the CIA or something. You gotta fill out like an hour worth of paperwork. It's crazy. So no, and you gotta pay. Like,
but it's supposed to be the best one, I guess. That's why I paid. I think
I paid like
$200. I don't know. It was a lot. And then 1 week later, I met you on Tinder, like for free.
So
what?
Which is the best now, huh?
Yeah.
The free one where you met your husband?
You paid Tinder, right? You told me you paid a membership too for Tinder.
Oh, did I? Maybe I did. Yeah.
And then very soon we met.
I don't even know what you get for paying for a membership. Oh, like you get like seen more or something like that?
I think you see like the people that super like you or something.
Gotcha. I probably did. Yeah, because it was, I think you're right. I think it was like $20 or something like that. Yeah.
I spent more on eHarmony, and I was very disappointed with eHarmony because I thought it would be like so many people around, and actually
no,
just like it seemed like crazy.
I paid 5 times as much money. Whatever I paid for Tinder, I paid for Plenty of Fish. That's the only one I didn't meet anyone. I didn't really.
Not
it was
plenty.
A total waste of money. And then a year into our relationship, I got charged again for Plenty of Fish because I didn't think to cancel it way back when. So yeah, I was kind of upset, but you know, I signed the agreement, so they got my money.
All right.
What can you do?
I got here in the country, it was August 2021. And I think it took like a month or something, or maybe 2 before I started like going to dates. Yeah, so in October I already went to dates. I remember that because it was fall and all that stuff. So
she was on a mission.
I was on a mission. Yeah, I came to this country to find the love of my life, or try to find. If I didn't find, I was just go back to Brazil. But, yeah.
I just came with the town. I was just here. I was already here, you know.
But the point is, so I had some dates. I met like good guys, really. It was fun, but I was looking for something like very deep and something that I don't know. I was waiting for you, but
That's why we connected, because we were both looking for the same thing. We were both looking for a real connection, something that was real, and we could truly be ourselves and in love at the same time. You know, without feeling like we're having to compromise, like something that's like substantial.
Because sometimes you meet people and like good people. You know, like, oh, with time, like if I had all the time in the world to invest in this person, yes, maybe it would work. But I was thinking like, I don't have this much time. I need to try to find this love that I always dreamed of. And if I find this man, we will know, like we will, you know what I mean? Like, so let's try. I met good guys, but I was like, no, that's not yet what I'm looking for. And
so like guys that are kind of like rough around the edges, that like you'd have to kind of like mold them, you think?
I think
like
I think they wanted a relationship,
but they didn't know how to be in like a truly loving, like.
I think they needed like more time also.
More experience.
Yeah, and I was ready. That's the point.
Yeah.
Like some people, they're good people, but they're not ready to like engage so fast in this like deep
They just want to date.
connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what you see on Tinder a lot. It has the reputation of being a place where people just kind of like date and just meet up and stuff like that. But more and more it's becoming, you know, what we used it for and successfully used it for is to actually find someone to fall in love with and start a life with. Because it's free and a lot of people are in there. So.
And again, I don't know how it felt to the other guys, like me being from another country and had like just gotten here and really looking for the serious relationship. It is kind of like a red flag. Some people might think that I want a green card or something and don't really like understand my reasons, which has never been living in this country. But it has always been like finding love, you know, because in Brazil, it never worked for me. So, and I knew myself like that was the reason. I was like with my heart open and I was not embarrassed because I knew the truth, but I don't know how other people would see that. And I'm so glad that
I never thought Juliana was looking for a green card. Once I heard your story and where you had come from and everything, it was pretty obvious to me. And we connected right away.
I'm glad to hear, and I know that, but I'm glad to say that to people too, that when you meet someone from another country, that doesn't mean exactly that they are looking for, you know, paper and stuff. Yes, there are people here that they really want to find somebody to be in a real relationship.
Yeah.
Let's talk about like we had our match on Tinder. You came talk to me first, right? I don't remember very well.
Yeah, seriously, I don't either.
What was like the first things, but what I do remember is
I didn't say anything.
It was hard talking to him. I don't know why. I mean, it's so easy to talk to you, but when you're texting,
because
because
I'm here, and if I'm gonna meet someone for the first time, it's gonna be a date, and it's under the impression that this is to see if we're gonna like date each other or whatever. I don't care about text. I need to sit down in front of you, look you in the eyes, and talk to you, because otherwise I don't trust anything. I gotta talk to you in person. That's why she didn't hear much from me at all. We connected, we made plans to go on a date like the next weekend, so like 5 or 6 days later. And then I didn't say anything. Like, I was basically...
that was the most weird thing, because when we started talking, I think it was kind of like Monday, and then first talks are like, hey, would you like to go on a date? And I was like, yes. I thought he was cute. I thought he was tall, like all good. I was like, okay. And I really liked his profile. A couple stuff in your profile was like that you had no ego. So that's nice, and it is true. You're very...
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a goal.
You were living like a fit life, but I didn't have to.
Yeah.
I don't like curvy.
Yeah. I live the fit life, but you don't have to.
I mean, I'm still trying, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we had our match, then we started talking on Monday. When you asked me, like, would you like to go on a date? And I was like, yes, when? Like, oh, on the weekend. I was like, is that okay on Sunday? So I had a date on Saturday. I think you did too.
I honestly don't remember.
And we never talked again. It was like the
You know
whole
why?
week.
Because I was so used to like spending so much energy texting and talking to somebody and going through history, and then they never even show up for the date, or like they just ghost you. So I was like, no, I'm gonna wait. Once the date actually happens and we're actually in the same room together, then I will spend the energy getting to know you and telling you about me. Then we'll do that. But I'm not doing this because there's so many times on this app on Tinder where it's just all texting and just so much energy, and it's exhausting for nothing.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna do
but
that.
I thought it was weird, like this guy, like I was interested, but I was not sure if the date was gonna happen because we never talked again. And I remember on Sunday, I was at Jane's house, my friend, and I told her, I was like, I think I have a date tonight, but I don't know. And then you text me, you're like, hey, like,
just so you know.
Yeah, we're going. And I was like, okay, yeah, so let's do that.
So we met at this Italian/pizza place.
It chose the place. He asked me, but I didn't understand anything around. So
I'm kind of a foodie, so I know the
Jeff
restaurants.
knows. He knows like all the best restaurants and stuff.
Ah,
So I remember very well. I got to the place. You were sitting
in the waiting room, or like
waiting. And then he just like stood up to say
like
hello.
You do.
Yeah, but then I was like, whoa,
she's coming through the revolving door.
man.
So I see her coming. I was like, okay, I think that's her. So
But I was probably like, oh my god.
so he's taller than I thought.
Yeah, he's tall. Your face was so like nice to look at. It was so cute. First impression, I was like, yes. Check.
Yeah, she told me about this, how like she's just has boxes in her mind, just checking boxes from this like checklist that she has.
First thing was like first impression, especially because on Saturday, the day before our date, I had a date, and it was a very short guy. And I am tall too, so it's kind of like, I mean, it would be okay.
Short guys need love too.
Yeah, no, of course, but but I was like, I would love like if I could have like someone like taller than me. It's just like a girl thing.
I get it.
And when I saw you, I was like, oh yeah, first check.
The perfect height for me. Like you're shorter, but like not too short that it's like annoying, and then you're not so tall that you make me feel like less as a man. So it's perfect because your head's right here. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke.
What was your first impression of me?
I had learned to try to block any first impression, honestly, until I talk to somebody, because there's just too many people that like I look at them and like, oh, they look like a really impressive, like they've got themselves put together. Then you talk to them and you're like, oh, you're crazy. So I was like, okay, she's pretty, she's very cute, but I don't know anything about her, so I'm gonna like wait. We're gonna sit down and I'm gonna learn. And actually, it wasn't until we started talking that I think I was attracted to your brain first. Because once we were talking about interesting things, like child development is actually what we were talking about, I think, because you were working with kids and we were talking about how to raise humans, you know, and how interesting it is to watch a child become an adult and that process. We had and that's when I started like, oh, this girl is not like stupid, and she's cute and she's interesting to talk to. So I think that's when I started getting attracted to you, in that during the conversation.
Me too. I was impressed that you could really like listen to me, because like dates that I had been before, as I said, some people, they were nice, but they couldn't really like listen, you know, that. Yeah,
I felt the same on my side of the table about you being able to actually engage and listen to.
Yeah. So that's something very important, I think.
Like, you want to give them your attention.
Yes.
And not just your story, but literally like your attention. And if you're both doing that, then it's going to be a back and forth thing.
That was what happened to us.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. So I was like, oh, it really matters what I'm saying, you know. That felt so special. I was like, oh my gosh, like he's really listening to what I'm saying, and that's amazing. Yeah.
It's so sad that that's so rare, actually, but it actually, but the thing is, a lot of people that you meet on these dating apps, though, they usually have been through a lot. I mean, they're on a dating app trying to find somebody on the internet because, you know, a lot of them are lonely, they're looking for love, they've been looking for a long time, and they come to this date. And a lot of them just have a lot to vent about. So I became a therapist for a few of my dates, unfortunately.
I can imagine.
It happens.
You can listen, so people are like, oh my gosh, okay, let me open my heart to you.
I'm just like, check please. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. So that was very nice. I felt listened. That was cute. And I love that you ordered something for us to eat. That was so delicious.
Yeah, so she had never had goat cheese. I don't know why I thought of this as like, hey, have you ever had goat cheese? I just happened to be craving this. And I usually crave it around like the end of the year in the cold weather. It's a great cold weather meal because you got, you know, toasted bread. You've got a tomato sauce with some goat cheese melted in the middle. And it's very savory.
Good.
She loves savory, so it just happened to be a perfect fit. So yeah, I was taking her specifically because I think when we were texting each other back and forth making plans, I asked you, have you ever had this goat cheese thing? Because I was craving it. I wanted it. So I thought,
that has always been like something really hard for me to go on dates, because once you go on a date and I had like a menu in front of me to order something, I don't understand. I don't have like this background or going to restaurants and stuff, you know. In Brazil we go a lot to steakhouse. So I don't know. Now
you're getting better. You're good now.
Yes, with you now I understand more about like different food and stuff. I would feel like every date I would feel embarrassed like to look at the menu and just like ask like the guy like,
what should I get?
Yeah. And it's kind of fun, but I didn't like that. And with you, it was so like simple.
I would love that. I would love to be able to have somebody take me to a restaurant and then they just surprise me, because I would love that. That's awesome.
It really worked.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had those toasts and the goat cheese and everything. I think it was kind of like 4 slices of bread.
Yeah, they always give you too little ratio of bread to goat cheese sauce. So like you always run out of bread and you still have like at least half the sauce left. So we're sitting there and the waiter says by and we were just mid-conversation. I was just, could we get some more bread, please?
Oh, I love that. I was like, oh, man.
Apparently, that just shot me up to the top of the list in her mind.
Like, I'm not gonna feel hungry with this guy. Yeah, because, again, it was 4 slices. So I had one, he had another one. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, this is so delicious. And I was like, okay, so we still have 2 more. So it's like 1 for me, the other one for him. And then we had this like second slice each. I was like, oh, it's done. That was so good. I wanted more, but I wouldn't ask. I was like, oh. And then he was like, can you bring more bread, please? Like, oh, that's it. That's the guy.
That's so funny. That was literally the thing that started like our whole snowball rolling down the hill. Was as soon as I got that bread, it started rolling.
And yeah, that was nice. So I remember while you were just like saying things, the check box, I was just like checking and checking and checking. Like you had everything. Like I looked at you and I saw your face, and I was like, I can look at this face forever, because I mean, to me, you're handsome. Yeah, but it's not like, you're not you're handsome.
Thank you. You have to say.
But it's not that kind of like handsome that is like so perfect that it kind of like gets you tired.
Like, oh, it's blinding.
Yeah, you know,
beautiful.
It's the perfect, you know, level that I mean.
Most people call that average. It's great. It's great being average. Nobody bothers me. Nobody makes fun of me. You know, I can just live my life. Average is great. I'm happy being average. It's awesome.
To me, you're perfect, okay? I love looking at your eyes, your nose, everything. So it was just like check, check, check. And then he listened to me check. He showed like empathy for so many like subjects that we talked about. It was like, great, check. And you love cats, dogs, animal, and everything. All kinds of animals. Like, oh my gosh,
I taught her about how great raccoons are.
Yeah, and I love raccoons. I'm like, oh my God. And then I swear to God, like I just thought like, have I found the love of my life?
Oh, you did.
Aww. I did.
We both did. It's so crazy that you just don't know. That's why you just got to get out there and go on dates, because you never know until you're sitting in front of each other talking, and it's like, oh, here it is, the connection I've been waiting for. Wow.
Easy. It felt so easy. It was so hard to find, but once we found each other, it was so easy.
And I just don't think that would happen over texting. The messaging, because like
you didn't have much.
You need the body language. You need to see that, oh, they really mean what they're saying, and then you can, you know. Yeah. So yeah, it was an awesome date.
To finish this
story about the awkward kiss.
Yes.
Yes, it's so good.
I always heard Americans, they don't kiss like first date, you know, like we don't do that. And then when we were leaving, and I was really expecting for us like to keep talking, like more dates and stuff. Yeah. He walked me to my car, and then he said
the most normal thing you do. I asked her if I could kiss her.
And he was like, can I kiss you? And I was like...
And she was so happy, and immediately her facial expression turned to like confusion and kind of disgust, like that this was happening. And like...
I was confused because I thought like I don't know, like does he want to have sex with me like tonight or something like this? Because that's what I heard. Like you don't kiss first date until
unless you're trying to have sex.
Yeah, and I was
okay.
like, I mean,
I gotcha.
The date was so great, and then you walk me to my car and ask me for a kiss. Like, oh my gosh, so he's not that person. Or I don't know. But at the same time, I like being Brazilian, you're not usually asked for a kiss. The guys,
they just go for it.
Yeah, like, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, what should I do? Like, what do I answer?
I think here, I think it used to be like that here too. Like, you know, in the good old day, like back in the day, I think it was. But now I think people are more sensitive about a lot of stuff, and you know, consent is a big thing now. So I think it's more normal, at least here, to ask before doing anything more than just holding hands. You know,
yeah, and I think that's
especially
right.
just the first time. You know,
and
just
I think that's right. It just felt like weird, and then I told him like, oh, so you know what? Don't ask. Just. You know, if you want to kiss me, just.
And then I just went in for it.
And then it came so slow. I was like, is he really doing that?
Yeah, because then I was like, I don't know if she's really wants me to kiss her now, or if she's just like afraid to say no. So I'm kind of being slow and careful.
But to me, it was like, what is he doing? Does he want that or no? Like I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, it made it so awkward.
It came like super slow.
It was the most awkward first kiss ever. It was.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was like really good.
No.
It was weird.
No.
And then we kissed. I was like, man, what just happened? I was like, oh, I don't know.
Because this is like while you're kissing somebody, you're in the process of trying to figure out is she really okay with this? I'm trying to find out. I don't want.
But it was okay. So and that was the end, right? And then we just kept going, went on a second date, and that's for the next video.
Yeah.
Right?
Next date was like the next weekend.
I guess so.
I think we waited a week, but then we started messaging though, so it was good.
Yeah. So that's the answer. How we met.
It's a very long answer.
Yes, I know. But Maro comes, so
Oh, man. We'll get. How many questions do we have?
Oh, we have a lot. So please put more questions here for us. We're gonna answer all of them. And
also have patience. Like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I never expected to be on the internet. I just wanted to meet somebody, have a life together, fall in love, you know, and then she brought the internet to me. And
I doesn't have any social media.
I don't
like
do
that.
Facebook. I never did Instagram. I never did TikTok. I don't even have these apps downloaded on my phone. But I never wanted to like advertise myself. So I have no idea what I'm doing. She knows what she's doing. And she coaches me, you know, I'm like, well, she doesn't coach me, but like she gives me like the ideas of like, hey, this is what we're gonna do today. Let's just do it. So learning as we go here. So
yeah,
hopefully it doesn't show too much that
okay.
I'm out of my element.
They know you're ready, Jeff.
Yeah, no.
And that's the most important thing. You're just being yourself. So that's what people want, like real people.
Yeah, that's actually why I was never thought I'd get into this stuff, because I always thought you had to be fake to do it, but no.
So that's it, guys. If you liked the video, please like the video.
Smash that like button. Yeah, is that what the cool kids say?
Please subscribe, and we are gonna come with more to you guys. And put the questions here that you want to know, what you want to know from us, and like America and relationship and everything.
Yeah, I would love to read what people have to say. I gotta translate it, but I'll read it.
So that's it. I'll see you guys next video.
Ciao. Beijo.
Bye. Beijo.